Hello? Are we back? Sorry, my fucking, it was like an encoding error or something. I had to like close and, I wish fucking, wait, is anyone here? No. Okay, it's a new stream. Fuck. Um. What's up? What's up, people? We're back. Live again. Hold on, I'm just adding the Discord. Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. So, yeah, let's finish this Tommy video, I guess. Yeah, it was some encoder error or something. It came up on OBS. I had to relaunch it. If, like, YouTube had waited, like, a few minutes before ending my stream, we'd be back up on the same stream. It was a fucking encoding error. What was I supposed to do? What time is it, by the way? All right.
These are unhinged viewers?
Wait, hold on.
That's the only claim that Willie ever made.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did he say all his viewers? No, it came from his community.
No, just the unhinged one.
That's a statement of fact. That is an objective fact. It came from his community.
Wait, where? You're gonna have to... Okay, so the claim is... Some guy... This guy says we should dox Willie. The other guy says he's collecting Willie's docs. And then a third guy on a third-party platform says that he... Okay, and then another guy on a third-party platform actually comes out with the docs. All on this, like, same third-party platform, which is contributors from a ton of different anti-fans that come from various different communities.
Unhinged viewers. Can we say these are unhinged viewers?
Where's the... You'd have to give us something to say that...
That's the only claim that Willie ever made.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did he say all his viewers? No, it came from his community.
No, just the unhinged
No,
one.
no,
That's a statement of fact. That is an objective fact. It came from his community.
Okay, so substantiate it. Substantiate it. Substantiate it. Because these... First of all, you haven't proven that the first two are Queeman accounts or Queeman fans. Third of all, even if you're going to claim the third account is like a sock puppet account, you would have to substantiate why one of the various people who were doxing the people around Destiny would be the owner of that account more so than, you know, any of the others. So you're going to do that, right?
Well, Stranger Me doesn't particularly like Willie. The docs originated from his unhinged viewers. Can we say these are
So the Stranger Me guy doesn't like Willie and said that someone should dox him. So then someone else doxed him. So then it's fair to say that the dox itself came from... Huh? And you have to even substantiate the Stranger Me guy is like a member of Queeman's community.
unhinged viewers? That's the only claim that Willie ever made.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did he
So
say
he's reiterating the retarded fucking point from the Vincent Martin video. Got it.
all his viewers? No, it came from his community.
No, just the unhinged one.
That's a statement of fact. That is an objective fact. It came from
Okay,
his
so
community.
now you're going to prove that, right?
At no time did Willie say that he doxed him. You'll see them sort of twist that and say, yeah, he didn't say it. I said it because all you need is this goddamn video of him fucking grinning ear to ear.
He said, no. What Willie said was that an unhinged viewer from Queeman's community doxed this guy. So the account that my dox originated, the dox itself, not the idea, the dox itself, the thing that is bad, right? You would find the first person to ever post it, which I assume would be that, like, account that Tommy's calling a sock puppet account. Okay. And then you would demonstrate why that account is tied to somebody adequately so to the point where it would be probably fair to say it's the same person. And then how the person is tied to is a Queeman viewer. He doesn't do that.
Need is Hutch talking about setting up an
Or a
interview
member of Queeman's community.
with him or a debate with him, and he was already getting doxed at Kiwi Farms. He's like, I didn't know what that community's about. That's all you need.
That's
all right?
what?
So this guy comes in, replies to Stranger Me. There we go. Bright Pulse. Here we go. All the Willie stuff and his wife who never did shit to anybody. All right. How do we know that he's a fan? I don't think there's been a single time that Queeman
But this guy isn't the guy that posted the docs.
mentioned Tiny's rape that hasn't made me laugh IRL. The delivery is on it. It's perfect. Even when he's mentioning, wanting to post it. Don't read too much into the screenshot. I think we can say he's a fan.
He's in the wait, hold on. This guy is in the Destiny anti-fan community. He's posting under the Destiny anti-fan Kiwi Farms. He could be somebody that is watching somebody who's covering Destiny in a negative light, which it seems like he is. And he's laughing at comments at Destiny's expense because he really doesn't like Destiny. Now, we use the term tourist, okay? I think it'd be fair to say this guy's a viewer off of this, right? But when we're using the term like tourist, we refer to people that drop by for one drama and then leave. I have a lot of those, right? So, you know, I would want to know how involved, like, is Queeman in communication with him? Is this guy like an active contributor in Queeman's Discord, et cetera, as opposed to a tourist that's watching Queeman for his coverage of one situation and then posting in a Kiwi Farms account that is linked to that situation, and not, or on a Kiwi Farms thread that is linked to that situation, as opposed to Queeman himself. Now, you don't even need to do any of that because this isn't the guy that posted the docs. This account is not where the docs originated.
I think that goes along with Willie's quote.
No, it doesn't.
Stuff. This is from Datman.
Datman is the guy that posted the docs. So where is the evidence that Datman? Dude, there's no way.
The guy that wanted to take off work to gather doxes. I don't know. It's probably kind of gay lazy to post up straight up Cleveland clips, but he's probably the best we got in terms of the anti-Fletcher representation, not in the JSOC is decent making arguments. Well, unfortunately, it's pretty easy for Destiny to poison the well towards Cherry and all this other stuff about Cherry and all that other stuff. Oh, by the way, Willie was the one that put the silver bullet in Destiny. None of these guys did. None of their tactics worked.
Okay. If this is the guy, okay, I think I'll grant it. If this is the guy, that, unless I'm missing something, Datman is the guy that the docs originated from, right? Right? Correct? Unless I'm missing something here. No, fuck. No, this guy. I'm retarded. This is the guy the docs originated from, right? Sorry, I'm retarded. They have similar profile pictures. It's this guy. It's Blight Pulse. Right? I feel like there's something I'm missing. So which user was the first to post the docs out of these three? Okay, so the Datman guy, it's also fair to say Datman is a Queeman viewer. I'll grant that. But this isn't the guy that posted the docs, right? Who is the first? Who is the first person to post the docs? Do we know? Okay, I'm just gonna DM Queeman. Who? Account to post Willie's docs on Kiwi Farms. Okay, I guess we don't know. It looks like the Bright Pulse guy is, or whatever the fuck his name is, right?
Oh, there's more Cleveland stuff. This is from Datman. The other guy that wanted to take off work to gather doxes. I don't know. It's probably kind of gay lazy to post up straight up Cleveland clips, but he's probably the best we got in terms of the anti-Fletcher representation, not in the JSOC is decent making arguments. Well,
that doesn't sound like a fan. That sounds like somebody who just does not like Destiny and is watching him by virtue of the fact he's like, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say he's a fan of his Destiny coverage. True. But I think to actually place a person in the other person's community, I don't think I could grant that off this. Because in the first example, when he's setting Queeman's standard for what makes someone a member of their community, this person is posting in a community Discord, like the manifestation and forum for that community in and of itself. This is a third-party platform on a thread dedicated to an issue that Queeman happens to be covering, and this guy even prefaces it by saying that it's gay. that he's posting Queeman. So that sounds like a hesitant viewer. That doesn't really sound like a fan or member of the community. But regardless, this isn't the guy the docs originated from, right?
It's pretty easy for Destiny to poison the well towards Cherry and all this other stuff about Cherry and all that other stuff. Oh, by the way, Willie was the one that put the silver bullet in Destiny. None of these guys did. None of their tactics worked. The closest thing, and I'm not.
Willie was. Are you retarded? Wait. Okay. So wait. This guy actually thinks what ruined Destiny was Willie doing that video, like calling. What? Huh? This guy's like fucking delusional.
Willie a journalist, too honest journalism, talking to people, trying to put both sides out, being objective. That's what got Destiny. That's what got him. So we got two chances.
You think Willie's the one that got that? Dude, I can't.
One day.
Remember,
in 1 day than they've done in 6 months.
They've been calling, more damage in 1 day in 6 months. And it's the only way it happens if Willie plays it the way he plays it. And that wasn't even good enough. They're still been slandered. I don't know, like, how is Queeman slandered? Like, I mean, I suppose you could say I am, but I mean, I wouldn't care if he took me to court because I got a video of him doxing people.
Also, wait a minute. Another argument that could be made. Hold on. Couldn't you make the argument as well? Couldn't Willie have called the police without tipping Destiny off about it? If he actually believed that, not giving him a chance to potentially wipe his hard drive, etc., etc.? Wouldn't he be more likely to secure some kind of success from this through a discreet notification of law enforcement? So, could you not potentially say that the point that Willie Mack is making is that he just like totally, completely compromised for the sake of like garnering attention and not looking like controlled opposition? Wait, I didn't really think about this point. What is the justification for immediately making a video on it before the report's concluded? Knowing like the risks, what that will do. Did not already, to a lesser extent, but it's different with Willie arguing with him, getting some sort of confession, and then like playing dumb or acting indifferent. If that's what he should have done, right? Acting different. That's a way less of a tip-off than, hey, I've now put you on law enforcement's radar, and they're potentially gonna go like to your house and go through your shit. That's like a way less different tip-off, and the latter is far more likely to invoke some sort of action to lead to the destruction of evidence. Now that you know that there is potentially going to be some form of legal consequence if the claims are true. Dude, I didn't realize how stupid that was. You believe that somebody has CSAM on their, so you've let them know that you've contacted the police, giving them adequate time, more than adequate time, right? Because then don't they have to go get a warrant, etc., etc. It's not going to be like an overnight thing. Giving them more than an adequate amount of time, if there was any evidence there to begin with, to just like completely destroy it. Dude, what? Why has nobody said this part yet? Dude, what is wrong with this guy? Dude, I believe you have illegal material on your computer, so I'm gonna let everybody know, including you, that I'm filing a report with the police, a report that will take time to actually like do some sort of action, like collecting evidence off of, giving you adequate time to destroy any evidence. Dude, this guy's a genius. Dude, what is wrong with... So if Destiny did actually have CSAM, if that did happen, and he does, and there's no legal consequence that comes with it, I think it would be fair to say Willie aided him in escaping. Willie helped him in escaping. I think making the video was done for like, why couldn't Willie have waited until there was some sort of conclusion as a result of this? So Willie made a video for entirely selfish reasons that potentially would help somebody that possesses CSAM evade law enforcement. Good one.
And playing stupid. It would never fly. It would never fly.
Willie reached out to Nick, and Nick said that it would not hurt the... Is there any basis for that? Because that's crazy if that's true. I don't think I believe... I'd have to see something before I worked off that. There's no shot, dude.
It wouldn't fly with anybody that's rational. I'm going to tell you something, Spicy Chat. There is a whole world out there outside of Spicy Chat. And most people don't get in these semantic debates when you have...
Is like, basis for most people are, like, Diorio fans. And, like, that... And Diorio fans, by the way, I have a few in my chat. I haven't seen Diorio fans be entirely favorable to this guy. Dude, if this is true, if there's some basis... By the way, what I've just been talking about is purely speculative. I'd have to go and rewatch the video, and I'm going to have to go and consult with a few people. But if there's any basis for what I have just... Like, that would be, like, one of the biggest fuck-ups I've seen in a while. Like... But if anything, also... Like, if you don't believe Willie's stupid, which you also, you know, reason to believe some of the stuff he does is malicious, you could argue that he did so knowingly to save his own fucking ass. Nick admitted to it on his stream as to how... Dude, there are things... There are things that let's just... Fuck. Okay, I'll look into that.
That kind of evidence. But look, you can't say that. Yeah, you can. There you go. All right. I can comfortably accuse him of doxing. But Willie never...
No, you can't, because you'd have to prove that the person where the dox originated is a member of his community. My dox originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So the source of the dox in and of itself, you'd have to substantiate that that is a Queeman viewer.
And I don't know why. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think it's because his dox was already out there. I'm perfectly honest with you. I mean, it doesn't matter whether Destiny did it or anybody else did. Yeah, Destiny did it. And who put it out? They did it. They doxed them. Now,
That's true. Wait, that's true. I actually totally agree with Tom. I actually completely agree with Tommy. That is the point that I made. It doesn't matter what the intent of the person doing it is. When you're talking about the harm of the action in and of itself, it will remain the same, regardless of the intent going into it. The only reason intent would matter is assessing, like, you know, if you're going to afford the person any charitability.
Apply intent, malicious intent, whether it wasn't by accident, all this other stuff. Well, maybe. But I don't believe this shit. I've been dealing with this guy for fucking months. And he is perfectly comfortable talking about me sending dick pics to Xana Cal, as are the...
Nobody ever seriously accused you of that, by the way. There's nobody that's ever... He acts like this was some big attempt. Nobody's ever seriously accused you of that. That's another lie. That people were seriously trying to accuse him of doing this thing. And it wasn't like people like doing some... And I even said this before. I think that went like a bit... I think it went far, right? You know, too far for my standards. But like, it's a troll. These people are trolls. They're trolling you. Welcome to the internet. I mean, are you like that? Are you that sensitive? Are you that much of a fucking bitch that like you're throwing like this long of a fit over like people trolling you online? I mean, like, welcome to the internet. I don't know what to tell you.
Is it fair for me to say that Gleeman and Spicy Chat and Chud's community have been calling me a pedophile for months?
Nobody's ever yes, it's fair to say they've been joking about you being a pedophile for months. It's fair to say that me and my community have been joking about you being a pedophile. Okay? 100%. You can absolutely say that. But don't for a second pretend like there's been a serious allegation made against you, you fucking fat bitch.
I'm saying that. It's objectively true. So why can't Willie? Why is this a lie? Why is this slander? I know it's not.
But you would have to show the guy who posted. Oh my god. You literally say, how is this? And then show that someone else watches Quib, and therefore the guy that posted the docs watches him?
It's not slander. It is a deliberate attempt to obscure the truth. It's game playing. That's why they always want to get you in the debate. That's why, and then when you jump in there 5-on-1, Willie destroyed them 5-on-1.
I don't want to do 5-on-1. I do one-on-one. I'll do one-on-one, and I'll let you bring 4 people. I'll let you bring all your co-hosts. That will really be like a 2v1 if we like combine all your co-hosts together. But I will do a 5v1 with you in an environment where you can't turn me down because you're a scared little bitch.
Going until you finally get it. That's the plan all along.
The 5 can be with you. I'll do it 1.
What did Willie say? That's the quote, right?
This bad empanada did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewer. So when I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle.
Yeah, so show me that the account where the docs originated was like a viewer of Queeman.
A dox originated on a niche forum by his unhinged viewers. That's not a lie. It's right there.
Aiden, you had your chance and you just did memes. I was turned down and the guy was fucking screaming. Oh, you think I was actually gonna have a serious Dude, Smaggle, you are so dumb, bro. The biggest war crime committed in this community's history was like making you feel like you actually contribute something. You know, when you dunk on people, like the lowest of the low with like a easy, like it's kind of funny, but don't get a big head. Don't think that you can contribute as much as the normal person because you can't. Okay, you can't. You have nothing of value to contribute to a conversation. Like, ever. So just understand what you are, which is like a guy, like we want to give W's to, like you are a DEI hire, right? So be that guy and know your position. Please don't let it go to your head and think you like actually can contribute to the discussion.
It's okay. I suppose you could get into the well, there's not enough of them to call him that. I like fucking bullshit. That's why you never debate this shit. So there you go. It happened. There it is. A sock account came out of nowhere and just happened to reply to the people that were talking about his stocks. This is not an outrageous allegation. Any more than this is an outrageous allegation about Nick's community.
How
you have
the person, we're talking about people from a third-party forum that is dedicated to an issue that Queeman has spoken about. So yeah, I'd venture to guess some of them watched him or whatever, versus somebody posting in like the server, the actual manifestation of forum for the community in and of itself.
Guys talking how much they like his content. You have a guy in a Discord, Nick's Discord. It's pretty easy. What they're doing is they're being dishonest.
These 2 people are not the ones that doxed him, though.
They're trying to act like Willie slandered him when they didn't. And it's just a weird way to play victim. Now this happened. Keep in mind, Augie went after Willie. Never mentioned
one of the guys you're referring to literally said he thinks posting Queeman clips is gay. He said he's the best we got for covering this particular issue. What does that indicate to you? What does that indicate to you? Does that demonstrate like a viewer of Queeman or a viewer of or a reviewer of negative Destiny coverage that is a tourist that happens to be watching him for that issue? That is indifferent to his existence.
The wedding, never mentioned any of this stuff. From what I understand, he never really bothered to look into what's up here. And this is after kind of the community turned on him, and this is what he had to say.
But it's like, we're gonna sit here and really act like I'm the irrational one, because I'm not cool with just fucking smearing people because they piss some of my fucking friends off. Okay?
So he was smeared. My docs originated from a niche forum from this guy, Queeman's unhinged viewers. That is a smear.
Because that's what I'm starting to notice is going on in this community. People are getting way too fucking comfortable lying. And just telling stories that just aren't true about.
I don't think this is crazy. For a group of people that have been demanding the so-called proof that Willie should have put out for Queeman's community, I think that Augie is obligated to say why he's lying. What's the lie? Where is he lying? I mean, they're demanding absolute.
Yeah, the lie. Okay, so here's the lie. The lie is that the docs itself, the originator of said docs, the person who posted it, was like a fan of Queeman's or like a member of his community or a viewer, right? And when we say viewer, we typically don't mean somebody that like, because in that case, everybody, like we could say that guy is also a viewer of probably Diorio, and he's probably a viewer of Tom, if he's aware, like he's probably watched some of these people at one point or another. But the lie is, right, that this would be like a member of this person's community coming from that community. And the person, the originator of that docs, there was zero evidence provided that he came from that community, or even that he was a viewer, to be clear, but that he came from that community at all. And then Willie, knowing how critical this community is of him, made a large claim about them, knowing that he would probably have to back it up with something, and provided zero evidence for it. So I'm more inclined to believe he willingly lied under the expectation that people would side with him by virtue of popularity and not liking Bad Empanada and all that, than like actually stating a claim that he believed had some basis and then willingly decided to provide no basis for. All right, now we're just going to name search, and I got to go somewhere in 30 minutes. Fuck. Let's see what he said about me.
A lie? I mean, we see this a lot with Aiden. Oh, he's lying about me. He's lying
He
about
never
me.
says the lie, even though I say the lie every single time. You know what the lie is here? The lie is here that you say I don't say the lie. I always say the lie.
Oh, what's a lie?
I say the lie every time. What are you talking about?
The problem is once you say lie, that's where the debate begins. That's not the debate they want to have. Because the only accusation they're saying is untrue, or at least Queen's community, is the docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers, which is true.
No, it's not. You haven't proven that.
People that they don't like, including people that have done cunty things towards them. I understand why Tommy C's mad at
This
these
guy,
people.
by the way,
I get why Willie.
I recognize this guy got his evidence for this from Vincent Martin. If you watch like Vincent, you'll see how dog shit Vincent Martin's video is. And it's not like attacking the source. Like Vincent Martin makes the same argument, and it's like it's moronic. Thank you, Parry, for the 5. Thank you, Cal, for the 5.
Just because it was in a server. I'm in lots of servers that I'm not in the community, and that's the kind of logic we're talking about. Who wants to watch Aiden cry? Put one in the chat. Tommy is a snowflake liberal.
True, you are a snow. Well, you're not a liberal. That's not true.
Let's go to Aiden. Aiden is calling me a liar lately.
Ooh, I want to see his reaction. We might not be able to watch him watching my whole segment with Parry because I have to go in like 10 minutes. I promise you, Tommy, I'm not running. Next stream, I will be watching that
I'm in
segment.
love with liberals. I don't think it's even fair. Let's go to Aiden. Let's go to Aiden. Aiden is calling me a liar lately, and he said that Willie has presented no evidence about Queen's community. All right. And it hit me some of the more.
Willie didn't. Willie didn't present any he like literally didn't. You can rewatch the video.
Well, the YouTube I covered in the last 9 years.
You got the clip?
I don't know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs. As me respecting what
I'll say what's happening here, okay? Nick, by virtue of being friends with Willie, absolutely knows Willie is fucking up, but he really wants Willie to come out of this looking good because he's friends with him, right? And that's not unreasonable per se, but then to like directly interfere, it is sweepy, right? It's totally sweepy. And I think, if anything, if I'm thinking from Nick's perspective, if Nick was the one that greenlighted or even encouraged this video, it would be done so under the impression that it would refute the narrative that is making Willie look so bad, that he's controlled opposition for Destiny.
creators want on and off the record.
Now, Willie did something really smart today. I talked to Willie, and Willie's biggest issue here was wondering if going public about this would injure any potential court case. And I thought, I don't know. I don't think so. It's not like they need the victim's permission to go look into somebody if he's claiming that he's.
But if the crime itself is the possession of files, right? Files being photos, videos, etc., that are intimate of an underage individual. They kind of do need those. Like they do need those like the police need to, get a warrant or subpoena, and whether that's, people are saying, oh, it's like stored on Google Drive, which might be a bit different, but then it's like, maybe he's aggregated all the evidence into Google Drive, but you'd have to upload that from somewhere. So there's a good chance that if they were to look through his hard drive, even in like deleted files or a cache, these files are probably on his hard drive itself. Now, with that being said, yes, if you're making the case that someone is possessing CSAM, getting evidence that on their hard drive they possess that CSAM is going to be crucial to any potential case. And by giving this person more than enough notification, you've now given them an opportunity to destroy evidence. Like, you've given him a head start where he can absolutely go and destroy the evidence.
He's got like X amount of child sexual abuse material potentially on his hard drive or some, like, they wouldn't necessarily need Rose to be involved to do that. If
No, but if you're letting the perpetrator know, I'm now sending law enforcement after you to go investigate this, like, you've let them know, like, you've now given them the opportunity to just, like, completely eviscerate the fucking hard drive.
if they're ever going to investigate at all, because who the fuck knows if they're going to do anything about this. I have no idea, right? But
it is potentially now impossible because of Willie. If they could have or would have done anything about this. Unless Destiny is like that cocky, he now like just like is like, it's fine, I'll keep this on my PC. If I don't, knowing Destiny, knowing how Destiny operates, if he actually does have that and believes there's a legal case against him, he would be destroying that shit.
the funny thing is, Destiny was live today when it dropped, so he couldn't take like a fire axe and start blasting his fucking hard drives live on camera because he was currently streaming, and if he got off, it would have looked really fucking funny and suspicious.
Even if it's a few hours later, you know that, like, could take a few days for people to look into this, right? And then what? They'd have to get a warrant or some kind of subpoena. Like, it wouldn't be like, even if he didn't do it the second it happened and it occurred a few hours later, there's still more than ample time for the destruction of a hard drive.
So that's all. I guess that kind of solved that problem.
Allows me to talk.
Oh, he's saying because the... Okay, so is he thinking Willie timed it? Like, is he admitting that it was probably a coincidence? Or is he saying Willie timed it to be dropped at that moment so he could... I obviously think it's like the former. It's a coincidence. And even so, that does not negate the ability for Destiny to now go and destroy evidence. What if he waits until stream's over? And then just does it then? I'm sure they're not coming knocking the same day the video was dropped.
Talk to all sides of the situation.
They will if they find out she's a minor. Well, at this point, it's been handed off to better people.
Builds trust with the creator and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even...
Also, another question. What day of the week? I want to look at something here. If Willie had considered this possibility of destruction of evidence and dropped it while... What day of the week is this? So this is August 22nd. The 22nd was... Dude. The 22nd was a Friday. I don't know how true this is. When are courts open? The courts are closed Saturdays and Sundays. And for something like this, like, sometimes I think you can get, like, emergency subpoenas. But there's a good chance, if there was, like, reasonable suspicion, and Destiny's now notified on, like, a Friday evening, they'd have to wait till Monday if they were to get their warrant, right? So you're just giving them the whole weekend.
even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally...
I don't know how true that is. I'd have to look into that angle a little bit more. But if Willie was truly considering the possibility of evidence destruction, why notify him that you've contacted law enforcement on a Friday?
the right to keep it.
But here's the thing. This is like, I talked to the lawyer and the lawyer gave me information on this. Even if he goes and blows up his hard drives, at that point, can't they just get Discord to hand over like the logs? Could they can subpoena Discord, and if this shit's on Discord, it would be like if he shared these videos with people. First of all,
is that even true, by the way? Because isn't Discord... Okay, it might have changed, but I remember like a big part of the Jack Teixeira leaks or whatever was a lot of stuff did go like they tried to subpoena Discord, and it turns out in that situation, when someone deleted messages on Discord, they were actually like destroyed. Like Discord couldn't get them for law enforcement, if I remember correctly. Like, even if he was to delete the images, and let's say Discord didn't store them, there would still be a cache that they could be on, but then that problem's resolved by destruction of the hard drive in and of itself. They store messages for a limited amount of time. What about, like, video files and stuff? Got it. Got it.
They would prove if she's a minor definitively. Then they would subpoena Discord, is my understanding. Then they would get that information on everyone he shared these videos to. And at that point, what does it matter if they blow up his hard drive? That was my understanding of it as a layman.
And fair enough, if he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
Okay, so I guess that would be under the assumption that he hasn't gotten rid of that Discord evidence. That would be operating under the assumption, and it's and it's still within the Discord data retention period. Like, he could have deleted shit relating to the Pixie convos, like, weeks ago. Yes, any prior notification, especially a video where you're letting him know you've contacted law enforcement. Like, for example, let's say the Discord angle didn't work. Okay, well, they can then get the hard drive. Well, now there is no hard drive because he's been notified. Like, even if there's still a possibility that they could, you've made it more difficult. You've now made it more difficult. So I don't really know what to say. I was going to finish the time video, but I got to go somewhere. So I guess I'll do that next time. But I'm going to have to look at... this is speculative, of course. I'm going to have to look into this legal angle a little bit more. But this might be bad. I think it's very irresponsible to notify someone who you believe has CSAM in their possession, to notify them that you've like contacted the police. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Wait, I missed donos. Hold on. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I missed a dono. One sec. All right. No scamming. No scamming. I'm back. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Ruined the chance of FC being arrested live. True, not Spencer with the 5. Do you think he's trying to with drooling spastics like Whitley Mack and Tommy C? So he can protect his fragile ego from being challenged in anything? Potentially. Ryan with the 2. Wait, I don't have any CSAM on my PC. Epsony. Not Spencer with the 2. This one I lost any shred of respect for next. Okay. Well, anyways, thanks for the donuts. See you guys later. Bye-bye.